On the Hawkeye Sports Network from Learfield, Hawkeye Volleyball is brought to you by Iowa Corn. You might think Iowa just grows corn, but the truth is, corn grows Iowa. Brought to you by Iowa's corn farmers of the Iowa Corn Growers Association and the Iowa Corn Promotion Board. Wellmark, you're listening to healthy coverage of the Iowa Hawkeyes from Wellmark Blue Cross and Blue Shield, University of Iowa Healthcare, changing medicine, changing lives, and by Homewood Suites and Home 2. Hawk fans, experience your home away from home at Coralville's finest all-suite hotels. Now live, this is Hawkeye Volleyball.
Well, good evening, everyone. Welcome to Extreme Arena and Hawkeye Volleyball, where tonight Iowa takes on the Indiana Hoosiers. I'm John Evans, my regular partner back in the saddle. I've got Reagan Coyle with me. Reagan, how are you?
I'm doing great. Happy to be back.
I asked you off air. I'll ask you now on air. Aside from how the game ended, how was the trip out to see the Hawks take on UCLA?
It was fun. It was a really good trip. Really cool to see the Rose Bowl Stadium, just a historic venue in itself. So, cool experience, fun trip, nice weather. It's a bummer to be back, really.
And now you're back here in our weather. So, welcome back to the beginning of Iowa winter. As you might have, Iowa and Indiana getting ready to square off here tonight. Kind of similar teams. You know, Indiana's 12-12, so records a little bit better than Iowa's 9-17. But if you ask Coach Aird and talking to the SID before, it's kind of an inconsistent team. Sometimes there's a lot of really good and they're really happy and just haven't been able to finish and close out some matches and some of the sets that they've had a chance in.
Feels a little similar to Iowa's situation. Lots of good, but a little bit of bad sprinkled in there too. Same kind of game there. Struggle to finish sometimes. So I think it'll be a good matchup tonight with two equal teams, and I think it'll be a dogfight out there.
Yeah, when you look, Indiana led by Candela Alonso Corcelis, 3.5 kills a set. She hits 175. Avery Tatum then has almost 3.5 kills, 3.4. She hits 290. So I'm not sure though. She wasn't announced in the starting lineup, so she may not be. Although she may come in as she rolls around into the front row, but. Iowa really kind of key on that, and Indiana hasn't posed a big block. They've been a little bit better in the last few matches blocking, and they haven't dug the ball particularly well. So it feels like if Iowa can pass, there's an opportunity to run Gracie Gibson and Hannah Whittingstall and do some damage.
Definitely.
Delaney Maple will serve to get us started here. The big high toss and the jump serve fires over at Gallus. Ball's tight to the net. It's an overpass, and the ball hits the back line on the kill there.
Hawks are going to need to take some off the platform there with a topspin serve like that. You don't need to add much to the ball because it comes over with such speed.
Ava Vickers, the 6-foot middle blocker, gets the kill. Again, that was kind of the talk. Indiana's a good serving team, kind of live and die by it. Urquhart, good ball to Meitzler, pushes it to Gibson. She hits it wide. No touch called. Iowa, every player on the floor says yes.
Pretty confident on that one. I didn't see it from my angle, but when all 6 players are signaling touch, it's pretty believable.
Pretty believable, but we've seen this before. Kind of a big deal, you're having to challenge a point at 2-0.
Yeah, it is pretty early for a challenge.
Trying to make it 1-1 here. So I mean, it's an interesting choice of do you or don't you, and it didn't take very long. So I'm going to go with the he should have, because there was. Touch is called, so give Gracie Gibson the kill, and we'll be tied at 1.
Love a quick review. That was very fast.
Which, that happened in the match on Sunday against Northwestern. Northwestern ended up being the beneficiary of some quick reviews, and you hate having to use a challenge on what seems to be obvious. Gallus serves it over. Middle attack's blocked, dug up. Right side swing now from Corcelis. Good ball from Gallus to Meitzler. Right side Garcia's blocked. Alonso Corcelis and Vickers get the block.
Yeah, not much room there for Garcia to take that ball crossbody. She had line, but just needs a higher set to get all the way up to the antenna for her to take advantage of that.
Ramsey Gary, one of the best liberos in the Big Ten to serve. Left-hander floats it over. Gallus, great ball to Meitzler. Outside to Urquhart, one-on-one, scores.
There's that cross-court swing from Urquhart we know and love. When she gets going, I feel like the whole team rallies around her.
Malu Garcia to serve. 2-all here early in the first. Malu goes cross-court. Good pass from Alonzo Corselis. And Hayworth, a very active setter, throws it over and hits the line and scores.
Warden wanted that one to land outside, but it painted the sideline there just barely.
That'll send Cam Hayworth back to serve. Hasn't quite been at the level she played at last year. Still with a strong serve, and there's another overpass. Alonzo Corselis with the easy kill on the overpass.
Need some early communication on this ball like that talked about earlier. The speed on that topspin just comes over the net so fast. Whoever calls it first has to go for it.
There's the hammer again. That one sails long. That's the flip side, is Indiana has a ton of service errors as well. They don't have any aces yet, but have drawn 2 overpasses, which led straight to points. That's their first error, 4-3 Indiana. Michelle Urquhart, always deliberate, comes forward now. Mickey sends the float over. Good pass, push to the right side. And Alonzo Corselis drives it home, 5-3.
It's a really quick set out to the outside there. A block wasn't quite set up for Iowa. Good fast swing. Defense wasn't quite set. Need to be ready for those fast sets on Indiana's side.
Alonzo Corselis to serve. Another good serve right down the line. Warden uses hands. Goes back row to Garcia. She drives it off Gary and scores. I don't think you're going to get your money's worth going at Gary all the time, but Iowa's been able to do it twice here in the early going and score off of her platform. Whittingstall now to serve for the Hawks. 5-4 Indiana. Good strong serve, but a good pass. Right side swings pushed over. Urquhart's there. Meitzler pushed it across. Warden no transition. Good roll, but dug by Sell. Outside swing blocked. That was Maple. Tipped over this time. Whittingstall's there. Meitzler, back row, Garcia. And Iowa catches a break as Indiana's in the net. Back row kill for Garcia, tied at 5.
Add a dig in the column for Whittingstall. That left back there, that was a great move by her to get that ball up. Don't see that from middles very often.
Every middle's dream is to be a setter and the dig in the back row. Whittingstall, another good serve, good pass, right side swing right through the block. Give that kill to Avery Tatum.
Another one of those quick sets. Hayworth runs such a fast offense when she's in system, so block needs to be ready and set and over the net before that ball gets hit.
Maddie Sell now to serve. Pops it over. Bad pass there. That was just shanked in the platform there. 7-5 on the first ace from Indiana.
Serve and pass is going to be the name of the game with these teams being so equally matched.
Yeah, can you run system? Can you get offense where you want? Urquhart uses hands, but not a very good pass. Warden with the timing off goes down the line and scores. Good swing there from the redshirt freshman.
Very smart swing. I feel like early on in the season she was kind of firing away, just swinging as hard as she can. That was a really smart idea. Good high roll shot down the line, paint the end line.
Jenna Meitzler now to serve. 7-6 Indiana. Meitzler, good serve, but a good pass. Right side swing Tatum. Misses wide. Tied at 7 on the first hitting error for Indiana. She doesn't out-jump you, but she hits it hard. Meitzler again. Sends it long. First service error for the Hawks.
Corselis wanted to pass that ball and then realized it was way over her shoulder, so she kind of ducked out of the way.
Tatum now back to serve. Good float serve there. Urquhart, good pass. Middle to Gibson. That's easy. And that's an advantage Iowa has to take. Ava Vickers is 6 foot tall, and Gracie Gibson's going to have an advantage on any good pass there in the middle, you would think.
For sure. And an advantage too, just with the Meitzer-Gibson connection. They've just been so smooth all season. When she's in system, sets Gibson on a 1. It's almost an automatic kill.
Back row attack goes off the tape. Alonzo Corsellis from the back row put it in the tape, and Iowa has the first lead, 9-8. Warden again, good strong serve, decent pass, right side swing, blocked, covered up by Indiana, platformed over. Gallus, Meitzler, Garcia one-on-one, high off the block, dug by Gary. Back row, Alonzo Corsellis, dug by Meitzler. Garcia takes it. Hawks get a swing at it and score. I think that was Mickey with a good swing, heads up play there, took it off 1 foot.
Yeah, it was a good save by Garcia to get the platform on the ball before it went in the net, and Urquhart took advantage of it. It was a nice high ball. She might as well swing on it.
10-8 Iowa, 3 in a row. Warden to serve again. Good strong serve. Pass off the net. Right side swing, rolled over, dug by Warden. Meitzler chases it down, goes out to Urquhart. Dug by Gary. Jump set outside's tipped. Urquhart takes it. Meitzler gives it to Garcia. She tips, but Gary's there easy. Middle attack's rolled over. Tip back on the Indiana side. Outside again, big strong swing through the block, this time from Maple. And Indiana stops the run, 10-9.
That's a tough break on the block there. There's not much you can do. The block was in a really good spot. They were pressed over the net. Maple just got them on the way down, just kind of swiped the block for a tool.
Maple now back to serve. Transfer from USC. She played beach there, so she's had quite a career. Gallus, bad pass on a ball that might have been out. Another ace for Indiana. We're tied at 10. The big high toss and the rip again. That one catches the back line. Coach Barnes thinks it's out. Coach Yale tells him it's in. Coach Brecky tells him it's in. It's 11-10 on back-to-back aces.
Got to get a stop here for the Hawks.
Urquhart, better pass. Meitzler. Gibson has to tip, though. Pushed all the way outside. Rolled over, dug by Meitzler. Gallus steps in, platforms it to Garcia on the right. She chops it over, and the Hawks get a kill as that ball goes off the back right. And I might as well practice for the first time. Ilawole wasn't able to dig it up. Ilawole, there we go.
There we go.
It's going to roll off eventually. Tied at 11. Joy Gallus to serve. Oh boy. That one caught a wind gust.
Some kind of draft in here. That sailed way out.
Second service error for the Hawks. 12-11 Indiana. Ramsey Gary to serve. Lefty float. Good pass. Meitzler. Whittingstall's blocked. Covered. Urquhart's going to get a swing, though. Blocked. Covered. Urquhart again. Covered again. I say, come to Garcia on this side. That goes off the hands and scores. Tied at 12.
Lots of action on the left pin over there. Yeah. Good choice to reverse.
Move the ball over here. There's a lot of people standing on the left side of the court. Indiana's right side on defense. Switch sides and see what happens. Garcia gets the kill. Tied at 12. Malu now, deep breath. Boy, that is just not even close either.
Serve and pass game. It's going to be important as we trade point for point here going into the second half of the first set.
13-12 Indiana. And another difficult server, Cam Hayworth, coming to the line. Warden, great pass. Whittingstall with the slide, punches it. What a great diving play there by Maple. Sharp cross goes wide, though, from Alonzo Corsellis, and we're tied at 13.
Need a serve in by Urquhart. That's the goal.
Yeah, I don't really. Mickey has the biggest toolbox of Iowa servers, but I really want to make sure this one just comes in. I don't need.
Yeah, give us a chance to defend it.
Yeah, I don't need a short serve that's too short. I don't need the fastball going over the inline. This one, Indiana has to play this ball right now. Mickey comes forward and fires the fastball. Indiana plays it, middle attack, misses wide. See, good things happen when you get a serve in.
That had some pace on it, and it was just barely above the tape. I thought it might catch it a little bit.
Sell with the hitting error. Iowa retakes the lead 14-13. Mickey again. Good serve. Decent pass. Right side swing block. Good things happen. Avery Tatum's blocked on the slide. 15-13 Iowa. We'll have a timeout here on the TV side. When it comes to your health, you need the full picture. That means the right diagnosis and the right treatment right from the start. Every day, University of Iowa Healthcare is working to advance medicine so you can get the best care. With more research, more clinical trials, and more treatment options than anywhere else in the state, University of Iowa Healthcare is changing medicine and changing lives. Learn more at uihc.org. So 15-13 Iowa here halfway through the first. And I don't think we saw Sunday. Iowa 9 kills to just 6 for Indiana. But you haven't put the team away yet. And Iowa did the same thing. They led the kill battle for a long time against Northwestern Sunday, but couldn't get out of their own way on some things. And the self-inflicted wounds ended up hurting Iowa in the end.
Yeah, I feel like they're doing a good job, like you said, leading the kill battle. But they've also made lots of unforced errors that they can clean up as well. And, further pull away from Indiana in this first set, really make a statement going into the second.
From a hitting standpoint, Iowa 9 kills, just 1 error. So doing a nice job there because the 1 error is actually an Indiana block. So you've done a good job keeping the ball in, but being aggressive there. Malu Garcia 4 kills. Got Michelle Urquhart and Gracie Gibson with 2. Jenna Meitzler's dished out 6 assists already. And Indiana hitting just 6 kills and 5 errors, so hitting .058, and Iowa's only blocked 1 of those 5 errors. So I guess Iowa's had a hard time from the service line. Indiana's maybe given Iowa some points on the attacking line, so a little trade. The drum line is loud.
It is, yeah, it's a nice energy in here tonight.
I like having them around. Michelle Urquhart to serve. 15-13. She sends it over. Pass well off the net. Pushed out to the right. Tipped over. Gallus is there easy. Meitzler tracks it down. Slides well behind Whittingstall, who actually used 2 hands. Middle attack off the tape. Timing through off Gallus off the tape, and so give the kill to Maddie Sell.
Yeah, the slide set by Meitzler needs to be pushed out and higher up there for Whittingstall to get up on and attack that ball.
Alonzo Corsellis to serve. Pops it over. That's a good serve. Good pass from Warden. That's the slide, and that's what you're looking for.
There's the ball.
Much better timing. Maddie Sell was nowhere to be found, so that left Whittingstall one-on-one with Delaney Maple, who's again 5'10", so another smaller blocker. We've run into teams where everybody was 6'2" or bigger. This is not one of those teams. Whittingstall top spins it over. Gary, decent pass. Right side off the block, dug by Meitzler. Urquhart steps in with hands and pushes it outside to Warden, who tips it, but right to Hayworth. Maple rolls it over, dug by Urquhart. Platform all the way across from Garcia, and that's an awesome ball from Malu, and Alyssa Warden takes a big rip at it and tools the block.
I love that swing by Warden. That's a really tough ball coming over your right shoulder, so out of system like that, and it was tight to the net. She just swung away into that block and got a tool. It's a really great play.
17-14, Iowa leads. Timeout, Indiana. Hawk fans, experience your home away from home at Coralville's finest all-suite hotels. Homewood Suites and Home to Suites by Hilton each offer guests spacious suites, complimentary breakfast, 24-hour fitness center, pool, hot tub, guest laundry, and convenient locations. Let their warm and friendly staff take care of you and your family when you visit Hawkeye Country. Yeah, still a lot of good things going on for Iowa, and we see now 11 kills, so they're getting them spread out too. You've got Malu still with 4, but now you have Alyssa Warden with 2. You've got Hannah Whittingstall joining in, so you've got 5 different players with a kill. So basically everybody that's rotated through the front row except for your setter has a kill.
And everyone is hitting really well, everyone in the positives. Got Garcia hitting 500, Gibson hitting 667, Urquhart with 400. All the hitters just doing really well, playing really good, clean volleyball right now.
You got Meitzler with 3 digs. Urquhart and Joy Gallus have a couple of 2. So you're playing good defense. You're putting pressure on Indiana. You're not just sending over free balls that lets them run offense at you. So even when Indiana's getting swings, Iowa's able to get a block set up, get good touches, or get the back row defense positioned well.
It's going to be important to keep the momentum that they have into the last part of this first set.
Iowa led Sunday 23-20 at the end of the first set. Didn't finish that one out. See if they have better luck today. Whittingstall with the float. Boy, it's a good one. Causes Sell to play it. Platform comes off the net. Dug by Garcia. Meitzler pushes it back. Off Warden. Oh, and boy, Iowa catches a break on a net call there. 18-14 Hawks. I haven't seen the Hannah Whittingstall changeup. She usually does that topspin fastball. That was a good one, though.
Yeah, nice and short.
Made the middle take it. Goes back to the fastball this time. Gary, good pass. Right side swings blocked and right back down. Alyssa Warden, Gracie Gibson.
She took a little jog after that one. It was an awesome block.
Alyssa's got a little fire. I like it. 19-14. Whittingstall. Gary, bad pass. Right side swing. Maple sneaks it through the block and scores.
Haven't seen that spark from Alyssa yet. She's been playing. That was fun.
You missed the Penn State match when the student section was giving her the business, and she ended up having a nice little run at the end of the set, and she finished one off and looked over at the student section. Gave it right back to him, so it was pretty good.
I love it.
Luca Fickle checks in. She'll serve. 19-15 Iowa here in the first. Fickle pops it over. Urquhart, good ball to Meitzler. Back row Garcia. Misses wide. Boy, she had the line there, just missed.
Now's the time to side out for the Hawks. Can't let Indiana score any more points here. Let's get to 16-20. Kind of changes the whole dynamic of the game here.
Fickle goes at Urquhart. Off the net this time. Meitzler goes back out to Warden, who throws it off the block and gets called for it. Boy, I have seen a million of those, and I've rarely seen that thing called.
I am surprised that they call it a lift.
19-17 on the lift call. And now Iowa's got to have this one. Gallus, good ball to Meitzler. Outside Warden this time just says, all right, fine, I'll hit it. 20-17.
Maybe she needs a little bit of that to fire her up and say, okay, well, if you're going to call me on that, I'll just take a swing instead.
Well, she was feeling herself a little after the block, so then you bring her back down. And then go ahead and take a rip at it. So Meitzler now to serve. 20-17 Iowa. Maple, good pass. Goes back out to Maple. She pushes it. Urquhart gets the dig. Garcia. Warden inside the court, off the block and scores. That's a tough ball for the block when Garcia didn't get it pushed all the way out to the pin, so everybody's got to adjust.
Indiana block are really struggling right now. Hawks are taking every advantage that they can to keep swinging away, and that's what they need to do. Just swing away, no fear. As soon as Indiana starts getting some blocks, then they can switch it up and do something different. But for now, just keep swinging. 21-17. One-handed from Hayworth, pushed over right at Gallus, though. Meitzler, right side, Garcia, big, strong cut, and it's 22-17 Iowa. Coach Aird up, and he will call timeout as Iowa on another little run, 3 points away from the first set. The Iowa City Area Sports Commission is responsible for our community being home to countless amateur sporting events and state tournaments, from state volleyball, wrestling, tennis, and much more. The Sports Commission generates significant annual economic impact while adding substantially to our quality of life. The Iowa City Area Sports Commission is a proud presenting sponsor of UI Women's Athletics. Learn more at wegotnext.org. We just got done hosting the state volleyball tournament here in Extreme Arena. I did catch some of those games. Lots of good volleyball in here.
Were you able to come over, or did you see them on TV?
I was able to be here, yeah.
Nice.
Watch them in person, yep. Lauren Brobst.
Oh, that's right, yeah.
She coaches for Sioux City Healing.
They won a state championship.
They won a title this year, so shout out Lauren.
Didn't even drop a set in the postseason, did they?
No, they played really, really, really well here at Extreme.
Here it's 22-17. 15 kills in the early going for Iowa. 5 for Malu Garcia, 5 for Alyssa Warden, 10 assists for Jenna Meitzler. Again, you've got 3 digs from Urquhart, Gallus, and Meitzler. Indiana, nobody with more than 2. Alonzo Corsellis with 2 and Delaney Maple with 2. So Iowa doing a nice job on defense. And now you need to keep pushing the accelerator down and finish this set up.
Definitely, these are 3 big points for Iowa to kind of make their statement for the rest of this match.
Morgan Geddes checked in before the last timeout. Maddie Saris checks in now, and those are names that they've played a lot in Indiana's past. Haven't played as much this year, but they both come in here at the end of the first set. Meitzler to serve. Good strong serve off the tape. Good pass though from Geddes. Middle attack, dug by Meitzler. Gallus, Warden tips, but right at Hayworth. And Geddes hammers it off the block and scores, 22-18. So do you suppose Iowa's intentionally tipping it to Hayworth, or would you like to see that tip come into your campfire a little bit and maybe make somebody move and make a play?
They might be intentionally tipping to Hayworth just because they know Indiana's going to be automatically out of system. That ball's going to come out to the pin, but I'd like to see a switch up to the campfire at least.
Gibson out of the middle scores.
At least to keep the left front honest as well, because she's probably thinking, oh, they're just going to tip it to Hayworth. I don't have to move to play off block or defense. So
23-18. Alyssa Warden to serve for the Hawks. Alyssa sends it over. Bad pass from Geddes. Diving play from Hayworth. Geddes off the net, into the net. Set point Hawks.
Nice deep floaty serve by Warden back there. She has trouble keeping it in sometimes. I like that serve that dropped in.
Crowd rises to their feet. Warden punches it right at Geddes again. Not great pass. Middle, blocked, and that'll go for a block. Gracie Gibson solo block on Ava Vickers, and the Hawks take set 1, 25-18.
Just really good, clean volleyball on Iowa's side. Really balanced offense. Hawks did really great on defense, holding Indiana's head. 091 hitting percentage too.
Good job there from the Hawks to take set 1. See if they can keep the momentum going. 25-18 in the first. Will take 2 minutes. This is Hawkeye Volleyball from Learfield.
Hawk fans, be sure to visit and connect with the official local business partners of the Iowa Hawkeyes. The hotel at Kirkwood Center, Iowa's premier luxury hotel. The Jill Armstrong team with Skogman Realty, the area's premier realtor, and Melrose Meadows. Voted Iowa City's best retirement community. Jill Armstrong and her team strive to make every buyer and seller at ease with the real estate process. If you are in the market to buy or sell a home, contact the Jill Armstrong team with Skogman Realty. For all your real estate needs, call 319-631-5455.
Hey, hungry? And your heart is ticking for chicken? Well, take a quick turn into Quickstar, because we got
no ordinary chicken.
Yeah, go wild with wings. Next level super wings with trusty sidekick sauces. Or let's talk tender. Quick chick tenders. Love me tenders. Love me some quick tenders. Ours are bigger, better, tastier. Or if you're feeling good old school comfort fried chicken, we got it. Hand breaded, down homier than anywhere. Quickstar, saving your nuggets from ordinary.
From coin flip to final whistle, show your diehard passion for your Iowa Hawkeyes all season long with your favorite black and gold gear from Shields. Bring your best this year, whether you're cheering from Niall Kinnick Stadium or from your living room with your favorite jerseys, hats, collectibles, and Hawkeyes branded gear from the Shields Fan Shop. Visit us at your local Shields or shields.com and let's cheer on the Hawkeyes. Shields, proud partner of Iowa athletics and football fans everywhere.
At U.S. Bank, when they say they're in it with you, they mean it. Not just for the good stuff, the grand openings and celebrations, although those are pretty great, but for all the hard work it took to get there, the fine-tuning of goals, the managing of cash and workflows, and decision-making. They're in to help you through all of it, because together they're proving day in and day out that there is nothing as powerful as the power of us. Visit usbank.com to get started today. Equal housing lender, member FDIC, copyright 2024 U.S. Bank.
Welcome back to Extreme Arena. Iowa takes set 1 over Indiana 25-18. Second set will begin in a minute or so. National Signing Day was, I think it was Tuesday. And Iowa signed 3 players, Gia McGrew, McKenna Rumpel, and Peyton Young. Listed as, Gia McGrew's listed from Gainesville, Florida, but then Oklahoma State champion in 2022. Pretty good accolades. AAU Nationals Premier Division MVP in 2024. A lot of good stuff there from her. McKenna Rumpel from Mesa, Arizona. A 3-time USA Volleyball Open National Champion. That seems pretty good.
Yeah, that is.
Played some sand volleyball too. That's always a fun mix. And then Peyton Young from Skyline in Hoffman, Illinois. Team captain, so like the leadership you can get in a team captain. So
Sky High Volleyball Club team, that's usually a really good club.
yeah.
Lots of solid teams from there.
Iowa will be losing 4 seniors, so there'll be some gym shoes to fill. Hawks with 16 kills in the first set.
And only 3 errors.
Yeah, 433 in the
Yeah.
first set's pretty good. Alyssa Warden now goes down the line, catches it and scores. What a great serve there. She went 5-1. And the Hawks' second ace serve of the match.
She is firing on all cylinders right now. She is really fun to watch.
And we just got to get her to find an assist somewhere along the way, and she'll have one of everything. Goes at the same spot. Alonzo Corsellis, right side swing off the block. Dug up after Saris. Gallus goes out to Urquhart. Good dig, Alonzo Corsellis. Nobody's home, though. Platformed over. Garcia takes it. Meitzler, Urquhart. Ooh, blocked straight down. Maddie Saris into the game, along with Maddie Sell, get the block.
Set for Meitzler kind of landed a little far inside for Urquhart to do much else with that ball.
Maddie Sell now to serve. Pops it over. Good pass. Meitzler right in the middle. Gibson off the Vickers block, scores. Again, I think anytime you get a good pass, the ball can go there and you can score.
Almost every time, yeah. She's always one-on-one, and she likes pulling that crossbody swing. It's normally the setter you're attacking at, so you got a good chance to get a kill or at least get them out of system.
Gallus punches it over. Bad pass from Geddes. And the set goes over the up ref. 3-1 Iowa. So different lineup for Indiana this time. Morgan Geddes in, Maddie Saris in. So making some adjustments here to see if they can close the gap. Gallus, good ball again. Geddes, bad pass, a serve. Indiana, when I looked at the stats, is a very good receiving team, but they're very good with specific people. And it seems like they really try to make those people receive, and Geddes was not one of them, and so she serves out of rotation here. Alonzo Corsellis much better. Saris over the block. Warden could have made the play, thought it was out. Catches the line in the corner, 4-2.
It's a nice run to start the second set by Iowa.
I just want to kind of keep building on that. Maddie Saris now to serve. Floats it over. Decent pass. Right side to Garcia. Timing's off. Catches the line, though. 5-2. Malu with 6. Yeah, this is a short front row for Indiana. Hayworth also only 5'10", so you get a lot of opportunity here. Garcia, good serve right in the seam. Miscommunication from Geddes and Alonzo Corsellis, and that's another ace for the Hawks. And that will bring Delaney Maple back in the game, as Iowa has found a serving target, but now she's going to be on the bench.
Serve and pass, serve and pass. It's going to be the name of the game today.
Well, once Iowa settled in after the Indiana push early, they did a really nice job. Garcia sends that one long. Iowa even now, 4 aces, 4 errors. And Delaney Maple will serve. She did a really nice job in the first set too. The big high toss and the rip. Catches the end line as Iowa begging for it to go out. Another ace for Maple.
If you have to beg for a top spin serve to go out, chances are it's going to land in.
That's her third ace, 6-4. She doesn't have a changeup. I think you could take a half step back. Gallus, not a great ball. Meitzler out to Urquhart, shoves it to the corner, dug by Maple. Overpass, Urquhart wins the joust, but Gary's there. Hayworth pushes it outside, and Alonzo Corsellis sends it long, but gets the touch call. 6-5, Iowa still leads.
Got to get a good pass on this ball. Like you said, take a step back on serve receive. Then you know if it's over your shoulders, it's for sure going out. But if you're second guessing it, that ball's going to land in.
She's not going to drop it in front of you.
Right.
Good serve there. Better pass from Gallus. Whittingstall on the slide, pushes to the corner, and it's a beauty. Heads up play there from Hannah Whittingstall as she pushed it all the way to the 5 corner, right in front of the line judge's feet. 7-5 Iowa.
Really smart decision by Whittingstall. Urquhart tried this back one corner that didn't work out on the previous play, so thought they'd switch it up and go deep 5. Nice and open.
Urquhart now to serve. Pops it across, misses wide. Couple of service errors for Iowa. Again, we saw that in the first set. 7-6, Iowa still leads. Ramsey Gary now to serve. Lefty float, boy, it's a beauty. Gallus though, good ball. Meitzler, Warden shoves it off the block, covers herself. Whittingstall got that, yeah, that had double written all over it.
She got lucky with the ball that she had in the first set, sending it over with 2 hands. It was really clean, but that one she had the same idea, just not a clean contact.
If you're going to use 2 as a middle, platform it.
Yeah.
Gary floats again. Whittingstall takes it, and it's a good ball. Whittingstall with the middle blocker jumping with Meitzler, goes one-on-one and says, all right, sorry, coach, I'll get the point back. I get the point back right here. 8-7 Iowa. Whittingstall now to serve. That's a beauty, but a great pass from Maple. Off the block, dug by Urquhart. Overpass though. Meitzler had the cover, but then just couldn't quite stay with it. So gives Sell the kill on the overpass.
Sometimes it's hard when you come off that block when you're coming down to not just stab at it with one arm. You have some time to take it with the platform. Just got to be patient.
Cam Hayworth, the big high toss and the rip. Good pass from Urquhart. Meitzler outside to Warden. Boy, she got up for that one. Went sharp cross, 4-4. Gets the kill.
That was a kind of an Urquhart 4-4 swing there, and it was a really sharp cross. Great swing by Warden.
And that still had some heat on it,
It
going
did.
across. Jenna Meitzler now to serve. That'll put Malu Garcia back in the front row. Good serve from Meitzler, but it's right at Gary. Middle attack from Sell, and that's the best attack I've seen from Indiana all game. Sell with 3 now, tied at 9.
They've been having a hard time getting their middles involved since they've been out of system a lot. So look for them to do that more going forward in this set.
And Sell's 6'3", so she's got more of the traditional middle size. Joy Gallus was trying to get out of the way and then decided she was going to make a play at it the last second. There was a brain freeze in there somewhere. 10-9, Indiana takes their first lead. Alonzo Corsellis again goes right back at her. Really good pass this time. Right side swing from Warden off the block. Dug by Alonzo Corsellis. Right side swing from Saris off the block and scores. 11-9 Indiana.
This is a tough swing by Saris. Good touch on the block by the Hawks, but just a tricky one to dig down for Gallus behind the block.
Alonzo Corsellis again. Goes right at Warden. Good ball. Middle attack Gibson. High dig, but that'll go out of play. It's a different spot for Gibson. She doesn't hit it into the 6 area very often.
Yeah, that was a little deeper than what we typically see, but smart swing, still cross body for her, and yeah, unable to dig it by Indiana.
And that's over Sell too, so a little bit different there. Warden now serves right down the line. Bad pass, but Saris is going to get a rip. Good dig from Gallus. Meitzler fights through traffic. Urquhart shoves with her left hand. Saris, dug by Warden. Gallus will take it with a platform. Good ball to Urquhart. A high off the block, dug by Hayworth. Gary takes the second ball. Alonzo Corsellis blocked. Good job from Gibson. Meitzler out to Urquhart. The rip off the tape. Catches the line. Sometimes it's better to be lucky than good. Combination of both is always helpful.
Yeah, that was, thank goodness it caught the tape there. It was going to land out otherwise, but it painted the sideline over there.
That was the ultimate 4-4 swing as it
Yeah.
rolled along the tape the whole way and drops in just in time. We're tied at 11. Warden, perfect drop serve in front of Alonzo Corsellis. Ace for Iowa.
Another ace. That's 3 for Warden back there.
5 for the team. We're seeing Alyssa doing a nice job changing depth, too. That time she gets it into Alonzo Corsellis a little bit better. Saris down the line, dug from Gallus. Sends it over at Clem, the photographer. He scurries away. Tied at 12. Luca Fickle will check back in to serve for Maddie Sell. This is kind of where we were in the first set, back and forth in the early part, and Iowa kind of took charge after the media timeout. Fickle spins it and hops forward. Good strong serve at Gallus, but a good pass. Meitzler, right side to Garcia, through the block and scores. Again, that's a battle Malu's got to win with 2 undersized blockers.
For sure, and she just swings so high, so she's got the advantage every time. She just has to be smart and continue to swing high and not bring it down too low into the block.
Gallus to serve, 13-12 Iowa. Joy knocks it over. Maple, decent pass. Saris through the block, sends it out of bounds. No touch called, 14-12. Hannah was kind of the beneficiary, not getting the middle block closed. It looked like Saris was just trying to launch it off hands. And Gallus, good ball there. Maple, great pass. Middle attack from Vickers. Interesting little play. Vickers sits right on the net and almost runs just a quick short J at it. She gets the kill right in the middle.
Yeah, it's easy to lose the middle, especially when they're running along the net like that, but it can be a really efficient attack when they go up and attack off 1 foot.
Saris to serve, 14-13 Iowa. Warden uses hands. All the way outside to Urquhart, high off the block. Alonzo Corsellis is there. Across, Maple through the block, off Meitzler. We're tied at 14.
Meitzler was there to get that dig, but she hesitated just a little bit. Kind of got caught on her heels.
Saris again. Sends it over the inline, 15-14 Iowa. And that will get us to the media timeout. Oak Knoll's mission is to provide exceptional retirement living and health services through Life Care, a not-for-profit life plan community serving the Iowa City community for 57 years. Oak Knoll is conveniently located near the University of Iowa hospitals and clinics, Kinnick Stadium, Carver Hawkeye Arena, and downtown Iowa City. A proud sponsor of Hawkeye Athletics. Visit oakknoll.com to learn more. 15-14 Iowa here in the second. Iowa took the first 25-18. Iowa still staying hot, hitting 396 on the match, 333 here in the second set. So I guess cooling off a little, but if you'd offered Coach Barnes 396 through a set and a half, I'm sure he would have taken it.
For sure. On the Indiana side, they're heating up, though. So the first set, Iowa kind of pulled away at this point in the match, and they cruised through, not cruise, I guess, but, you know, got a comfortable win that first set. So Indiana's not going to let them get it this easy now. Yeah, their middle's heating up and kind of keeping rallies going a little bit longer than they did in the first set, too.
Yeah, Indiana hitting 500, 8 kills, just 1 error here in the set. Iowa block hasn't really turned up in this set. Had 3 blocks in the first set, none here yet in the second. Indiana closing the gap on digs as well, and the aces. Indiana, much like they did in the first set, served well at the beginning. Indiana 2 more aces to 1 error. Iowa, though, 4 aces in the set to 2 errors, so a couple of those service errors that were back-to-back felt bad, but Iowa's getting some aces out of it still. We'll need to keep that service pressure up. Iowa slow to return to the floor here. Get the quick double whistle from our down ref. So 15-14 Iowa. Malu Garcia gets the official okie dokie. She pops over a short serve. Alonzo Corsellis, bad pass. Slaps it over, blocked by Whittingstall. And Cam Hayworth goes over on two. Whittingstall was there and kind of ready, just maybe wasn't able to explode and block it. She saw it, but just wasn't able to press at all.
Yeah, she had just come down from blocking that first ball over the net. I don't think she was quite expecting Hayworth to take a rip on it like she did on that ball.
15 all here. Delaney Maple to serve. Iowa's had a hard time with her. Good pass this time, though. Slide to Whittingstall. And boy, that's easy when Vickers jumps with the middle again.
Interesting that Vickers jumped with Meitzer, too, because Meitzer hasn't attacked all game yet. So we've seen Whittingstall on that slide a few times. So it's nice and wide open for her to cut it back to zone one.
Whittingstall now with 4. Urquhart to serve. Iowa leads 16-15. Mickey down the line, catches the line. Maple wished it out.
Beautiful serve. And she does that no-looky, too, down the line. I'm sure she was looking over to zone 5 and snuck it down the line.
Yeah, she looks hard at Alonzo Corsellis in a hard 5-5 and then comes right back at Maple, who's in the 1 spot. Floats it this time, makes Maple run up. Hayworth pushed it all the way across, blocks there. Gallus is there to take it. Meitzler, back row Garcia off the tape. Gary's there, Hayworth. Alonzo Corsellis with a solo block, just drives it home. Iowa's done a nice job making her work for kills, but I don't really want to see her get hot at any point here.
I was going to say, we've done a good job keeping her at bay, but she's their best hitter, so when she gets going, I'm sure she will add more to her stat column.
Michelle Urquhart didn't get her feet stopped, and Ramsey Gary jams it off the platform on just a little floater, too. Looked like Mickey just kind of kept moving, and we're tied at 17. Each team now with 6 aces. Same spot, better result for the Hawks. Slide to Whittingstall through the block, scores. That block's much tougher there as you've got Corsellis at 6'2" and Sell at 6'3".
It's a nice quick set by Meitzler to Whittingstall. A little bit quicker than the slide that we saw in the previous play. She got up and over the net, swung on that ball before the block had a chance to get over.
Whittingstall, good strong serve. Maple, though, good pass. All the way outside. Alonzo Corsellis goes down the line. Referees did a nice job of keeping track of contacts, though. The fourth was the 4th contact that sent it over, 18 all. Now Cam Hayworth back to serve. And this is the spot where these are kind of the 2 or 3 servers in a row that Iowa has to do a good job with. Hayworth, that's a good pass to Meitzler, all the way outside to Warden. She goes through the block and scores, 19-18, Warden with 7. Cam Hayworth, I just want to catch it. She needed 13 assists to set the Indiana Rally era assist record, and she has 14 now. So Cam Hayworth, the new Indiana assist leader in the Rally era.
Really cool. Yeah, really cool award.
Jenna Meitzler knocks a good serve, but right at Gary. Corsellis is blocked. Saris is blocked. Couple covers. Maple gets it. Maddie Saris will get another try from the left pin. Good dig there. Meitzler gets a ball up. Tipped over. Right side. Alonzo Corsellis sends it long. 20-18 Iowa. Boy, that was a good rally. Good defense from the Hawks.
It really was, and I feel like those were the plays in the first set that the Hawks came out on top, and they need to continue doing that in order to win this second set.
Yeah, just a good battle there. Just kept finding a way to get balls in the air. They weren't always pretty, but they kept finding a way to do it. For a taste of unique flavors you'll love, stop by Molly's Cupcakes in downtown Iowa City for homemade cupcakes, cookies, cakes, bars, and coffee drinks. Molly's Cupcakes is a proud supporter of the Iowa Hawkeyes. So 20-18. All right, there's probably your most impressive stat, your most impressive coincidence of the day. Both teams 11 kills, 2 errors on 23 swings. So
Both hitting 391,
so
yeah.
both teams hitting 391 here in the set.
Pretty even on the right side of the column there. 9 digs for Indiana, 7 digs for Iowa.
But again, what you like from Iowa is, 6 from Gallus, 5 from Urquhart, 4 from Meitzler. So you're getting some back row defense spread around a little bit, but the offense is spread around too. Malu Garcia on the left or the right pin with 7 kills. Alyssa Warden on the left pin with 7 kills. Hannah Whittingstall and Gracie Gibson with 10 kills out of the middle. I'd said before the match, if Iowa was to win this, they needed 15 to 20 out of their middles, because then that meant they passed well enough to be able to take advantage of the opportunities that they were going to get in the middle. And so far, 10 on 15 swings with just 1 error is a pretty good recipe for Iowa.
For sure, and just overall, that balanced offense is going to be key for them going forward into this third set. Keep everyone active, keep the block guessing.
So 20 to 18. Jenna Meitzler now will serve coming out of the timeout. It's a good serve, not a great pass from Alonzo Corsellis. Maddie Saris from the left catches the back line in front of a diving Gallus. That was just a good seam shot there on the swing. Alonzo Corsellis has one of the 6 aces for Indiana. She pops it over. Urquhart, decent pass, goes to the left side for Garcia, and she pounds it off the block, and it goes out of bounds. 21-19 Iowa.
Got pretty lucky there. I don't think Garcia was necessarily going for the tool.
No, that was a full close-down block. Left-hander swinging from the left side. Warden goes to 5-5. Bad pass. Maple platforms it over. Warden, Meitzler, Garcia covered. Garcia again. That time she tools Maple. 22-19.
Indiana block doing a really good job closing in on that cross-court swing that Garcia likes to hit. So I'd like to see her try a line if she can, if the set gets out for her, but that was a really smart shot to tool the block off high hands.
Warden goes at Alonzo Corsellis again. Right side from Saris. High block, middle of the floor. Indiana in system. Saris again. Hawks got a hand on it, but couldn't dig it up. 22-20. Saris has done a nice job. Leads Indiana with 5 kills now.
I think Garcia took that one off the head on defense.
Luca Fickle checks back in. She'll serve. 22-20. And she catches the back line. Coach Barnes will call timeout with his team still in front, 22-21. Let's take 30 seconds. This is Hawkeye Volleyball from Learfield, presented by Quickstar.
Hey, hungry? And your heart is ticking for chicken? Well, take a quick turn into Quickstar, because we got no ordinary chicken. Yeah, go wild with wings. Next level super wings with trusty sidekick and sauces. Or let's talk tender. Quick chick tenders. Love me tenders. Love me some quick tenders. Ours are bigger, better, tastier. Or if you're feeling good old school comfort fried chicken, we got it. Hand breaded, down homier than anywhere. Quickstar, saving your nuggets from ordinary.
John Evans and Reagan Coyle back here in Extreme Arena. 22-21, Iowa leads the second. Iowa does lead 1-0 after taking the first 25-18. We're still dead even on the hitting statistics. 13 kills, 2 errors now. 26 swings, each team hitting .423 in the set. I'm sure both coaches will be really happy with their offense and not nearly as happy with their defense on that side of it. 4 ace serves for Indiana, 5 ace serves for Iowa. So you served aggressively enough to get that many aces for each team, but yet each team then when they pass has been able to run good enough offense to hit over 400. Interesting set, which I guess is the reason why you have to continue to serve aggressively even if you make a few errors.
For sure. A big 3 points here for Iowa. Need a good pass on this first ball, get a side out, and finish the second set on top.
I mean, going full Captain Obvious, 2-0 to 1-1 is hugely different. Fickle knocks the serve over on a float. Gallus, tight ball. Meitzer, great pass. And Gracie Gibson comes up with the kill off Luca Fickle.
Might not want to leave Gibson without a block if I were Indiana.
They didn't even jump with Meitzler, so I'm not sure where the block was.
Yeah, I don't think Coach Baird knows either.
I don't think he's going to ask, because he has a second time out. He's going to find out where his block was. 23-21 Iowa. We'll keep it here this time. I won't subject you to the hey. the commercial. I don't know how the commercials run for those of you listening, but for Reagan and I, they run a little louder than we are talking to each other, and so there was a slight
little jump scare.
Yeah, there was a little ooh to when he came out of that commercial, but 23-21 Iowa. So. I mean, I guess when you come out to serve, and obviously we don't quite know Indiana's back row as well, but that was one of the things I was looking at earlier. You know, their serve receive percentage from a lot of their players, you know, is generally pretty good. You know, even Morgan Geddes before this match, her serve receive percentage was 100%. So. Obviously, she's not in the rotation a lot. Iowa went ahead and said, well, let's just see. I don't really trust that number, and picked on her a little bit. But, you know, as you come out here, you know, Maple's serve receive is 97%. Alonzo Corsellis is 94, almost 94.5, but she receives a ton. So if you're Joy Gallus here, you got to go about anywhere but Ramsey Gary, right?
For sure.
Gary receives at 96%, so really don't want her to touch this first serve. She does not. Maple, not a good pass. Hayworth chases it down. Saris, great roll shot. Hawks get it in the air. Garcia chops it over. Gary, Hayworth, Saris. Touch called. No complaint from the Iowa bench, though. 23-22, Iowa still leads. Maddie Saris back to serve. Saris, good serve. Warden, no great pass. Right side, Garcia has to, oh boy, tips it really high. Hayworth steps in. Maple, big strong swing, but a great dig from Gallus. Meitzer outside to Urquhart, off the block, dug by Gary. Hayworth, Maple's blocked, over though, and out of bounds. Set point Iowa on a really good block there. Indiana was covered, but there was a little flinch from Saris, and she knocked it out of bounds over on the Iowa side.
Like I said earlier, Indiana's not going to give Iowa this set. Iowa has to play through those tough rallies, come out on top.
Garcia spins it on her hand. Pops it over. That's a good serve and a bad pass. Platform to cross. Maple. Dug by Gallus, and it's a good ball right in the middle. Whittingstall behind her, though. She punches it over with two. Maple got in Ramsey Gary's way. And
Whittingstall is, she had one free ball, one double, and one kill, and two hands over the net.
I'm not sure who's coaching her on the two hands, but I don't like the look of it. But my daughter played with played in club with a player that two-handed tipped it. And I'm like, hee, ha, every time.
I don't love it, but
even when it works, it's a little scary because you're leaving it up to the up ref's decision, and they don't get to call doubles on their own side anymore. So
right.
they're itching to call a couple every now and again.
Right.
So Iowa leads 2-0 after taking the second 25-22. We'll take 3 minutes. This is Hawkeye Volleyball from Learfield, presented by Quickstar.
Hey, hungry? And your heart is ticking for chicken? Well, take a quick turn into Quickstar, because we got
no ordinary chicken.
Yeah, go wild with wings. Next level super wings with trusty sidekick and sauces. Or let's talk tender. Quick chick tenders. Love me tenders. Love me some quick tenders. Ours are bigger, better, tastier. Or if you're feeling good old school comfort fried chicken, we got it. Hand breaded, down homier than anywhere. Quickstar, saving your nuggets from ordinary.
From coin flip to final whistle, show your diehard passion for your Iowa Hawkeyes all season long with your favorite black and gold gear from Shields. Bring your best this year, whether you're cheering from Niall Kinnick Stadium or from your living room with your favorite jerseys, hats, collectibles, and Hawkeyes branded gear from the Shields Fan Shop. Visit us at your local Shields or shields.com and let's cheer on the Hawkeyes. Shields, proud partner of Iowa athletics and football fans everywhere.
At U.S. Bank, when they say they're in it with you, they mean it. Not just for the good stuff, the grand openings and celebrations, although those are pretty great, but for all the hard work it took to get there, the fine-tuning of goals, the managing of cash and workflows, and decision-making. They're in to help you through all of it, because together they're proving day in and day out that there is nothing as powerful as the power of us. Visit usbank.com to get started today. Equal housing lender, member FDIC, copyright 2024, U.S. Bank.
The silly moments, the proud moments, even the hard moments. They're what make life remarkable. And they're why Wellmark Blue Cross and Blue Shield is here for every moment. Committed to making healthcare better, more affordable, with more choices for care. And service and coverage that give you peace of mind no matter what comes your way. So you can show up for every tender moment, every brave moment, and every wouldn't miss it for the world moment, knowing that Blue is here for you. Go to wellmark.com/everymoment to find a plan right for you.
Hey Hawks, Peyton Sanford here. Now is your chance to make a difference. Join the Swarm today and partner with Iowa student athletes like me to support charities throughout Iowa. Learn more at iowaswarm.com.
The silly moments, the proud moments, even the hard moments. They're what make life remarkable. And they're why Wellmark Blue Cross and Blue Shield is here for every moment. Committed to making healthcare better, more affordable, with more choices for care. And service and coverage that give you peace of mind no matter what comes your way. So you can show up for every tender moment, every brave moment, and every wouldn't miss it for the world moment, knowing that Blue is here for you. Go to wellmark.com/everymoment to find a plan right for you.
Hey Hawkeyes, this is Kirk Ferentz. Support Iowa's corn farmers by pumping up with Unleaded 88. Fuel your drive to the game with a clear choice at the pump. Unleaded 88 is cheaper, greener, and homegrown. You might think Iowa just grows corn, but the truth is, corn grows Iowa. Let's go Hawks.
Welcome back to Extreme Arena. Iowa leads Indiana 2-0. Took the first 25-18, took the second 25-22. I'm John Evans with Reagan Coyle alongside. It's a big weekend for teams, even though the football team has the weekend off. Iowa soccer will be in action in the NCAA tournament, first round of the NCAA tournament, as they host Missouri State tomorrow. So if you're in Iowa City, Coach Dave Diani's squad would really appreciate your support as they look to break the attendance record again this year. Coach is a really good dude, a lot of fun to be around, and really has a team that, when they put it all together, can compete at the highest level of women's soccer. So good luck to them tomorrow night, 6 o'clock, over at the Hawkeye Soccer Complex. You got women's wrestling in Louisville, Kentucky, at least a group. You've also got looks like Cornell College then comes into town with William Jewell on Saturday. Iowa Volleyball will be back in action Sunday, Senior Day, our last home match of the season, as Iowa hosts Michigan State at 2 o'clock on Sunday. Men's basketball take on Washington State Friday night, 7:30 over in Moline. Nice homecoming for Brock Harding and Owen Freeman. I'm sorry, it was the men's wrestling at Bellarmine in Louisville, Kentucky. That was my fault, read that wrong. Got the cheaters on and everything and couldn't even see it right. Makes a lot more sense when you look at it that way. Men's cross country, NCAA Midwest Regional in Peoria, Illinois as well. Iowa hit 419 in set 2, so now for the match, still hitting 426. Cam Hayworth to serve to start us off here in set 3. Sends it over the inline, service error. Just a third for Indiana, as they've done a really nice job. 7 aces now to 3 errors. Iowa leads though 1-0. Joy Gallus back to serve for the Hawks. Joy pops it over, good serve. Alonzo Corsellis, good ball, middle of the floor. Right side swing from Corsellis, dug by Warden. Gallus will track it down, gives a good platform. Mickey from off the net takes a swing, dug by Gary. Middle attack, Sell has to tip. Garcia's there. Meitzler, Whittingstall wipes it. And the Hawks get the point as Maddie Sell whiffs on it and stayed on the Indiana side. Iowa Whittingstall and Garcia both went up for the block. Sell then was in a bad position, swung and missed. 2-0, Iowa leads. See if Iowa can just take advantage here and just keep right on going. Gallus down the line. Alonzo Corsellis, bad pass. Gary platforms it all the way across. Iowa's got the ball in the air. Whittingstall, easy dig for Hayworth. Outside to Urquhart, right down the line and scores. 3-0 Hawks here in the early going. Avery Dahm has checked in for Indiana. Saw somebody pedaling on the bike over there trying to get loose. Joy Gallus to serve again. Another good strong serve, another bad pass. Dahm off the net, rolls it over. Meitzler's there. Gallus. Garcia has to tip, and boy, it's a beauty. Timing was timing was poor. Garcia hung and hung and hung, and Dahm is in the net. 4-0 Hawks here in the early going. Get a little floor cleanup. Malu Garcia with 10 kills now. Joy Gallus, 9 digs, 2 assists, and an ace serve for the Liberos night. She pops this one cross court, and that's a bad pass into the bench. Ace serve off of Alonzo Corsellis. 5-0 Hawks. Timeout, Coach Aird. Lightning start for the Hawkeyes here in set 3. They lead 5-0. Express Midwest is Iowa's locally owned and operated ground transportation specialist who have served Iowa City for more than 37 years. With a selection of chauffeured black cars, limos, sprinters, and buses, they have solutions for all of your transport needs. Check out their website at expressmidwest.com. So Iowa, 3 kills here right off the bat. An ace serve. 5 digs as well. So all things good in Iowa land right now. 10 kills for Malu Garcia, 7 for Whittingstall, 7 for Warden, 6 for Gracie Gibson. Those 6 come on 7 swings. 4 for Michelle Urquhart. 28 assists now for Jenna Meitzler. 3 ace serves for Alyssa Warden, a couple for Joy Gallus. 9 digs for Joy as well. 6 for Jenna Meitzler, 5 for Michelle Urquhart. 2 blocks each for Whittingstall, Warden, and Gibson. Maddie Saris, nice job for her coming in off the bench, and late in the first set, she now has 6 kills, hitting .357. Alonzo Corsellis and Delaney Maple, 4 kills apiece. See what Iowa can do here now. Get back out of the timeout. We wait for the countdown clock to go all the way. 5-0 Hawks here in the third. Lead 2-0. Gallus, good ball over. Decent pass outside. Hawks were on the wrong block, and Alonzo Corsellis with no one home gets an easy kill, 5-1. And she's Indiana's leading attacker, and she's had to work hard tonight. She'll now serve. Pops it at Warden. Decent ball to Meitzler. Right side to Garcia. Not great timing, dug by Hayworth. Saris off the, oh boy, miscommunication from Iowa. Joy Gallus has got to step and grab that one. She's had a great night. That's one she wants back, and she knows it too. She gives Alyssa Warden a hug. 5-2. A ball Iowa will get up more often than not. Alonzo Corsellis, Warden, Meitzler, Garcia. Hammers it just over the end line. 5-3 now is Indiana bouncing right back after the timeout. Warden, Meitzler, Urquhart. Hayworth with a good dig. Ramsey, Gary with a good play. Warden, Meitzler, Urquhart again. Goes right at Gary though, easy dig. Saris hammers it off of Warden and it's 5-4. Iowa not doing anything bad. You want to see the ball maybe get spread around. Urquhart getting a lot of swings. Urquhart, good ball. Meitzler, middle to Whittingstall. She misses wide, no touch. 5 straight for Iowa, 5 straight for Indiana. It's why we can't have nice things. Alonzo Corsellis again. Warden, good ball. Across to Urquhart. Down the line and scores this time. Mickey with 5 now, and Iowa holds on to the lead, 6-5. See if Malu can go on a little serving run here. Good serve down the line. Alonzo Corsellis, good pass. Outside, Saris. Whittingstall block was a little late. Goes into the scoring table. We're tied at 6. Maddie Saris. Iowa has had no response for her at all. If I went back to last year, I think that would probably be true there. You know, there's been any number of times in my years calling games that Maddie Saris's names come up regularly and often. Luca Fickle now back in. We're tied at 6 here in the third set. And that serve sails long from Fickle. 4th service error for Indiana. Iowa still holding on, 7-6. Michelle Urquhart comes forward. Mickey pops it over. Tight ball. Whittingstall goes up and slams it home on the overpass. 8-6 Iowa. Whittingstall with 8. See if Iowa goes back to Alonzo Corsellis. Maybe tries to split that seam with Saris. Maybe the 5-6 seam. Urquhart goes back at Alonzo Corsellis off the net. Saris outside. Blocked. Gary with the cover. Alonzo Corsellis tips. Saris tips. And that's the better lucky than good as it stayed along the tape, rolled over. 8-7 Iowa. Coach Aird kicking himself. I'm sure that he didn't start Saris. She has 10 kills now. Avery Dom to serve. And she sends it way over the end line. 9-7 Iowa. Carly Mills will check in for Dom. She'll play the back row. Hannah Whittingstall to serve. He's going to hit it right down the line at Mills. Good pass, though, from Mills. Outside, Sarah shoves, and Iowa's in the net. Meitzler's called in the net. I think Saris's kill was in anyway. Boy, she's, again, I hate to keep bragging on her, but she's just absolutely killing it, no pun intended. She has 11 on 21 swings, just 1 error. 9-8 Iowa. Saris to serve. Urquhart, decent ball. Meitzler outside. Warden goes over the block, catches the line. A lot of Indiana folks think it was in, or think it was out. I'm sorry. The bench people right on the line can't tell. No challenge coming though. 10-8 Iowa. Jenna Meitzler to serve. Jenna off the tape. Good pass though. Right side slide, punched over. Iowa's gonna have a chance. Gibson with nobody up, but she gets dug up. Oh, it's blocked off her body though. Off her body. And we'll get a challenge here as that ball hit. So Alonzo Corsellis got hit by that block. Down ref couldn't see it. Line judge couldn't see it, so we'll have a challenge from Iowa. See what we get here. As it stands, Alonzo Corsellis will get the kill. Welcome back.
Thank you.
You missed a very interesting beginning of the set. 5-0 Iowa.
Okay.
5-5 Indiana. And then now we've traded points like we have in the first two sets, just back and forth.
Back to, yeah.
Now we have an
one lead.
Iowa
1
challenge. Iowa put up a great block on Alonzo Corsellis. Looked like it ricocheted off her body. And we shall now find out if that were true or not.
All right, let's do it.
Yeah, the Indiana defense much better this set, making Iowa work. Iowa hitting just 267. Indiana still hitting 467. Maddie Saris has been outstanding.
She's been a really great addition to the floor. She didn't start for Indiana, right? She came in and she's been swinging away.
Late in the first set, she was a substitution. And that was a touch. So Iowa will get the block as the ball came off Alonzo Corsellis. I'm not sure. I'm always puzzled by that one when you look back over and you're like, what? It didn't hit me. And of course it did. He's not making it up, I promise.
You just watched it on the screen.
11-8 Iowa then after the change. That's again, feels like a nice momentum move. Jenna Meitzler to serve again. Goes cross again. Good pass from Saris. Alonzo Corsellis rolls it. Hawks get one ball up in the air, can't get the second one up. Because that was a good push to the back corner from Alonzo Corsellis. Caught Meitzler cheating up. When she saw tip, she came moving forward.
It's a good effort by Urquhart, but just a little too far for her to try to bring back on the court.
So 11-9. Alonzo Corsellis with 6. We get a little floor cleanup here in front of the Iowa bench, and Ramsey Gary, lefty libero, floats it over. Gallus, Meitzler, Garcia from the left is dug up by Gary. Alonzo Corsellis is dug up by Gallus. Meitzler chases it down. Garcia again from the left, no touch.
That's a tough play because that was such an amazing dig by Gallus. Thought there might have been a touch on Indiana's block, but I think Garcia was a little too far underneath it to get any touch on the block.
Gary, great float, uses Warden. Meitzler, middle to Gibson. Good dig there, that was Mills. Rolled over, Meitzler's ready this time. Gallus, right side to Warden, she has to tip though. Dug up, back row Saris. Sends it well out of bounds. It feels like if Iowa can stay in the point, Indiana finds a way to not do nice things.
And that's a tricky rotation for Iowa with Garcia being a lefty on the left pin and Warden on the right side when she's not used to playing.
Warden serves, knocked over on 2 by Hayworth. She's really picked her spots nicely today. 3 kills on 3 swings, 12-11 Iowa.
Yeah, she seems to kind of get a kill for Indiana when her hitters aren't producing, or just she does pick the right time, like you said.
Well, she likes to do it front right because then she rotates back to serve. And so the big toss, the big rip, Warden uses hands. Meitzler outside. High swing off the block from Urquhart.
This 2-point lead is kind of familiar, I feel like, the past 2 sets.
Iowa's done a nice job of just kind of stiff-arming here. And we had 10 ties in set 2, but just 2 lead changes. Gallus to serve, 13-11 Iowa. Good, thought that was coming over, but instead catches the tape. 6th service error for Iowa. 13-12. Delaney Maple now to serve. The big toss and the big rip again. Urquhart, decent pass. Meitzler, right side Garcia through the block, scores. Malu with 11. Hawks, it's not really advantage because in tennis it would be +1. This is +2. Iowa switching from +1 to +2. Malu Garcia will see if she can extend it to +3. Good serve, but a really good pass. Outside, Saris through the block.
Whittingstall a little frustrated. I think she wished she had that one back. She was in the right spot. Just got her on the way down.
Yeah, Saris all of a sudden is the kill leader for the match for either team. 14-13, Iowa leads. We won't get the media timeout this time because Coach Aird used one early in the set. Fickle, good serve. Boy, the bottom fell out of that.
It really did. Just dropped right in front of Warden.
And now we're tied at 14. Indiana will try to push ahead for the first time this set. Fickle again. Another good serve. Chase down. Whittingstall, though, is going to get a swing off the block. Finds the floor. Great set from Jenna Meitzler. Great job from Hannah Whittingstall to find her feet and get the kill.
The great play by Meitzler to save that ball and also stay out of the net, too, with her platform.
She was hustling across, got it up in the air. 15-14, Iowa leads. Got a little cleanup going on again on the Indiana side. 8 now for Hannah. Yeah, Hawkeye Middle's 14 kills, 2 errors on 24 swings, so Hawkeye Middle's hitting 500.
That's an awesome stat line for our middles.
Michelle Urquhart try to push the Iowa lead. Mickey pops it over. Good pass from, not a good pass from Saris, but she gets a rip at it and finds the seam. Boy, she is absolutely automatic right now.
That was almost too easy. Garcia was caught moving to kind of cover behind Urquhart, and Gallus had a lot of court to cover on that ball.
Avery Dom to serve. Urquhart handles a tough serve. Meitzler on the slide to Whittingstall. Boy, that was blocked. The set was low.
It was a very low set for a slide for Whittingstall.
And Saris with the block. And Indiana takes their first lead here of set 3, 16-15. Dom again. Gallus, not a good ball. Meitzler goes out to Warden. Whew, that was a good ball.
With authority on that ball. I haven't seen her hit that hard all season.
Alyssa with some juice gets her 9th kill. We're tied at 16. Hannah Whittingstall to serve. Be a good time for the Hannah Whittingstall top spin ace.
Yeah.
Gary, middle of the floor. Saris tips. She's blocked, covered. Comes back to her. Tips again. Urquhart gets it easy. Meitzler. Warden has to tip, though. Diving play. Pushed all the way across. And it was not a good set from Hayworth. Left Saris with nothing. If that goes as a hitting error, that's where, as a dad, I throw a fit.
Yeah.
Maddie Saris could do absolutely nothing with that ball. 17-16 Iowa. Great serve there, but a good pass from Mills. Slide. Dug up from Urquhart. Meitzler. Warden tries to tool the block, misses. 17 all. They did. They gave that an attack error to Maddie Saris.
That's unfortunate.
I'm snapping.
Not much
I'm
else you can
snapping
do.
clipboards.
Your dad clipboard.
Yeah, I'm not trying to be Maddie Saris fan club president or anything, but she's had a great night. She did not deserve that hitting error. 17 all. She'll serve. Warden, great pass. Meitzler dumps it. And what a time for her first attack.
Perfectly timed. That is exactly when you do that. When the Indiana block is no longer jumping with you, then attack the ball. Get yourself a kill.
They were back on their heels. They had the marshmallow and the long stick. They weren't ready for that campfire kill. Meitzler now to serve. Good serve. Good pass from Mills. Slide. Off the block and scores. That was Ava Vickers. We're tied at 18.
A little awkwardly timed for Iowa's block there. Warden was on her way down and Gibson was on her way up. Just kind of caught Warden's hands there. Unlucky.
Ramsey Gary to serve. Floats it at Urquhart. Great ball to Meitzler. Gibson out of the middle. Off Mills and scores. 19-18 Iowa. Gibson with 7. Iowa with 5 hitters with 7 kills or more right now.
Such a balanced offense. Need to keep it going here for the last 6 points of this set.
Alyssa Warden floats it over. Bad pass. Gary has to take ball 2. Saris from the back row rolls it at Warden. Meitzler chases it. Good job. Tipped off the block and scores. Michelle Urquhart, crafty. That was crafty.
That was crafty. Too easy, too. Nice and easy push off the right hand of the blocker.
Yeah, didn't try to do too much with it. Didn't power shove it. Just pushed it off the edge. 20-18, Iowa +2. Warden. Overpass. Garcia with the kill. Garcia and Gibson jockeying for position. Malu Garcia gets it. She has 12. Timeout, Indiana, 21-18.
Just fighting for kills up there in the front row.
When it comes to your health, you need the full picture. That means the right diagnosis and the right treatment right from the start. Every day, University of Iowa Healthcare is working to advance medicine so you can get the best care. With more research, more clinical trials, and more treatment options than anywhere else in the state, University of Iowa Healthcare is changing medicine and changing lives. Learn more at uihc.org. All right, well, that was the push you needed. Iowa with 3 straight after being tied at 18, and Indiana had taken that first lead back. And I mean, that's really the time if you're Iowa that, okay, yeah, they got us. We can crumble here. But they showed some backbone here and got a chance to finish it out.
Yeah, they're showing some fight, and they're showing some determination to finish the set and finish the match. Not let Indiana get anything during this game. And I feel like they're just having fun out there on the floor. Lots of smiles and lots of celebrating and cheering on their teammates. And it just looks like a completely different team than what we saw the last time we were on Extreme Arena together.
Iowa had 5 hitting errors in the first 2 sets. They have 5 hitting errors in this set, but still hitting 300, 14 kills. We haven't had a ton of long rallies. It's been kind of either team just kind of gets it done or makes an error. There hasn't been a whole lot of in between on the rallies.
The rallies have been really short, just all kind of favoring Iowa, I feel like, in these last few points, and that's what they're going to need here to keep Indiana out of system, get a block. If it comes over the net, it's been kind of automatic kills for Iowa to answer.
I guess you'd kind of expect that. Indiana not very high in the conference in digs and doesn't show up well in blocks. Warden with the floater uses Alonzo Corsellis. Hayworth tries to hit it, goes long. That's the first time she's pressed a little bit out of character. It wasn't a great ball for her to swing at, and she tried anyway. 22-18. Warden off the tape. Good pass from Saris. Tipped. Urquhart's there. Meitzler. Garcia off the block, dug by Gary. Hayworth. Alonzo Corsellis, dug by Warden. Gallus steps in. That's a back row swing for Warden. Off the tape, dug by Mills. Blocked. It's up for Iowa. Gallus down balls it over. Hayworth. Sell. Dug by Warden. Garcia from the right. Oh, boy.
Scratches behind her head like, yeah, that's my bad. Really great defensive rally by Iowa there to keep that ball alive. Like to see that stay in play and at least make Indiana answer on that.
Yeah, you've got to. On one hand, you love the enthusiasm of I can hit this shot. On the other hand, you kind of have to have some idea of what your capabilities are.
For sure. She was backing up on that ball. It was behind her the whole time. Just got to control that ball and roll shot it into the deep one corner, make the setter play that ball.
Yeah, for that one, there's just no reason for a fastball. Just
right.
Get it over, make them play it. As it is, 22-19, Iowa leads. Hayworth to serve. Great serve. High ball, middle of the floor from Gallus. Meitzler outside to Urquhart. Good dig from Gary. Outside, Alonzo Corsellis is blocked, but covered. And then Garcia punches it over. Saris with a dig, Alonzo Corsellis. Boy, not sure. I think Garcia felt like everybody was pushed forward. Maybe she could send one to the back row, but she didn't get it deep enough or angled around Saris. 22-20.
Yeah, that was a great cover.
Yeah,
on Indiana's side.
That ball
popped that ball up.
On the floor, and Indiana finds a way to get it back up instead of a.
She was in the right place at the right time there with her platform.
Yeah, that's Gary, right? With him flying through with just a pancake platform.
Yeah, because that's an amazing block by Garcia, but Gary was just lucky spot right there to dig it.
That is a straight down block, but Gary in a perfect spot is able to get that platformed up. save her hitter in air. Not only saved her hitter in air, got her hitter a kill, because then she gets another swing at it and gets the kill to follow up. 22-20 now here in the third. Iowa leads 2-0.
Feeling a little bit of the pressure from Indiana's side, but Iowa's been here. They won the second set there, 25-22. So they felt that few points pressure here in the last 5 points of the game, but they've been able to respond to that pressure and really finish off the set. So I think they can do it again. They just need to believe it themselves.
So right now you've got Garcia, Urquhart, and Gibson in the front row. What do you want to see here coming out of the timeout?
Oh, I'd love to see Gibson on a 1 if we can get a good pass up to Meitzler there on the net, but all three have been hitting really well tonight, so I think no matter where you go, you're going to get a kill as long as we get a good pass, but I'd love to see Gibson on a 1.
Yeah, I love Garcia's athleticism, but I want to see the seniors get the ball here to finish this off. Hayworth with the rip. Over the end line. Boy, coach's timeout. And Coach Aird, smart play here. He's going to call timeout, or he's going to use the challenge. He's not going to win it, but you might as well. Although, as quick as Dane is with this, he's going to see that it's out pretty quickly. I think. Yeah, there we go.
Yeah, I don't think I got any piece of the end line.
So this shouldn't take too long. Well, we're going to take another view, though, just to make sure. I like the thoroughness. 23-20. Indiana 8. Indiana 8 aces, 6 errors now. That was about as close as you want it to be if you're Iowa, though. You don't didn't want to watch that one go. Want to watch it go anymore.
That's the danger of the topspin.
Again, 12 kills for Malu Garcia, 9 for Alyssa Warden, 8 for Hannah Whittingstall, 8 for Michelle Urquhart, 7 for Gracie Gibson. And then even on the defensive side, 10 digs for Joy Gallus, 8 for Jenna Meitzler, 8 for Michelle Urquhart, 7 for Alyssa Warden. So good balance all the way around. Oh, my goodness. No, there we go. There we go. Yeah, that ball was out.
Jen's like, I'm going to have a heart attack. You don't see that very often.
We saw. I don't remember if you and I talked about this. The Penn State-Ohio State match, that same thing happened. He came out, pointed the wrong way, and they didn't catch it. And so they played 3 points in the wrong, after the wrong stuff.
Did they go back?
Then no, they figured it out, and then they just flipped the points at that point. So it went from being.
Oh, wow.
It was very strange, and just as that one was strange, but everybody catches it. 23-20, Iowa leads. Joy Gallus pops it over. Saris outside. Alonzo Corsellas splits the block. 23-21. Yeah, that was.
I was going to say, wow, he must have saw it on the end line enough to reverse it.
Yeah, I didn't need a map of what he saw, because the replay I saw, but as it was, honest mistake coming out. 23-21 Iowa. Delaney Maple to serve. Just need a pass and a side out if you're Iowa. Maple with the big high toss and the rip. Warden, there's a good pass. Meitzler to Garcia, but it's behind her. It's a great tip. And Indiana, way too easy there. Just in the net. Iowa's actually done a nice job when they've tipped. The blockers reach, and they felt like they wanted to get to the ball.
Yeah, and they've been out of system every time. It was a little bit low set for Garcia there on the right side, but she made the most of it with a smart tip.
Set point for Iowa. Malu Garcia, a match point for Iowa. Malu Garcia will try to get it done. Down the line. Tight ball. Tipped over. Urquhart's there. Meitzler. Whittingstall catches the back line. The Hawks win it 25-21, and they take it in straight sets.
Love a Whittingstall slide to end the match here. She's been automatic tonight on her slide as long as that set gets high enough for her. But just a really great showing for the Hawks overall. It's just super balanced on offense and defense too, but it was really great to see every hitter do so well tonight.
Yeah, Iowa just with 4 blocks tonight, which had done a nice job blocking, so far fewer blocks, but hits 371 in the match. Just an amazing number from Iowa, and you mentioned it a couple times, the balance. 5 hitters with 7 kills or more, led by Malu Garcia's 13.
Just a really fun team to watch tonight. Like I said earlier, they just had a lot of fun on the court tonight, played together as a team, and just really great, clean Iowa volleyball.
We'll get Coach Barnes here shortly as we've got the Hawkeyes celebrating. It was blackout night. We'll have senior night, senior afternoon on Sunday. Get Coach Barnes to sneak over here. All right, Coach, the hard-hitting question right out of the gate. Where have you been hiding that team and that effort all season long?
Oh my gosh. You know, we had to bust through at some point because we've been working hard. And, you know, the lineups for the first time kind of solidified. Alyssa's, you know, she brings another dimension, and when she can play steady like tonight, we're a much better team. So really proud of that kid, just playing a really great game all around.
You had 5 hitters tonight hit 304 or better. Does that sound any good?
It does. You know, the game plan was, look, when we're in system, y'all go for it. Go swing away. When we're out of system, we got to keep it in the court. We've been too high air, out of system, going for too much. Let's go win rallies and be a little smarter out of system, and that showed up on the stat sheet.
Well, and that was the other cool thing, Coach. Through 2 sets, 31 kills, 5 errors. And of those 5 errors, Indiana had 2 blocks. So you only didn't make them play 3 balls. Now the errors ticked up a little bit in the 3rd set. You know, you had Malu kind of knew there was one there that trying to do a little too much. But overall, just again, 5 hitters with more than 7 kills. All 5 hitters hitting over 300. Offensively, that's probably as good as you've seen all year.
And it's exactly what we worked on all week was that, you know, again, in system we're good, you know, swing away. Out of system we've just not been good and take care of the ball. And then the other element was going back to serve and be consistent, tough serves toward the zones. And each set we started slow in the first and second with our serving, so the game was only 15-14 at the break. And then we served well and we pulled away. So that was another emphasis that we just continue to get better, but just proud of the effort and the energy on the team.
I had talked to the Big Ten Plus guys before the match, and they said, "Well, hey, what do you think about this?" And I said, "Well, if Iowa can run middles and you can get 15 to 20 kills out of the Iowa middles, Iowa wins."
Yeah.
You had 16 kills from your middles on 3 errors on 27 swings.
Wow, Nostradamus, very nice.
Well, you had given me a little hint that the middles were going to play a role, so it's not. I have seen the team play a number of times, but
yes.
But it was kind of and when you looked, I mean, it had to be a little. I don't want to say relaxing for the athletes, but a little different to look across and see a 5'10" middle or a 5'10" setter as opposed to going to Wisconsin and looking across and seeing 6'9", 6'3", 6'7".
Yeah, we certainly can match up well with this team. The thing that's scary is all their jump servers, and we did such a good job of controlling that. We didn't let them go on runs of points. The coach called a good timeout to get that last service error, but we did just a great job of managing their jump servers, and really proud how we stayed mentally tough.
When it looked a little scary at the beginning of the match, 2 overpasses early, a couple of ace serves, and you're like, oh boy, this is what we were afraid of. But in the end, Indiana with 8 aces, you had 7, and then each team with 6 errors.
Yeah,
so
we cleaned it up because our whole thing was no overpasses, no aces. The first 2 plays overpasses, but it just we settled in really nice and played better.
But you did a good job with both Hayworth and Maple of if the passes weren't dimes onto the Tiger Hawk, they were at least high balls in the middle where Jenna had options to shoot to either pin.
That's what we worked on all week, just handling those, getting it high and off the net, and letting us go run some offense. And team really executed what we wanted to get a sweep. But did amazing job. Team keep it and staying focused. And I do want to say condolences to the Indiana's assistant coach. His mother passed away yesterday, and filling for those guys.
Yeah, Coach Aird's he told us he was going to go to the Nebraska match, and then as soon as he gets home, he's going to have to head to a funeral. So that's never any good. One of those years where the bad things go. But on your side, from the good side, I'm going to give you a little hint. You might want to watch out for them sneaking up on you in the locker room when you walk in and celebrating this one.
My goodness, better get some Visqueen or something. Okay, thank you, sir.
Congratulations, Coach. We'll see you Sunday. Coach Jim Barnes, Iowa gets back in the win column Straight sets. We'll get Reagan Coyle here again. Well, that was nice of Iowa to welcome you back with that performance.
It really was, yeah. Just so super fun to watch and nice to see them just gain some momentum in the last 10 points or so to really end each set with power.
Yeah, the thing that I didn't see when you and I talked, I saw the 5 hitters with over 7, but then as I was talking to Coach Barnes, noticed 5 hitters hit over 300. I mean, that's
amazing too.
Yeah, I mean, Michelle Urquhart is your worst hitter, and I'm air quoting that. I know you can't see that part, but 304 as she had 8 kills on 23 swings with just 1 error. Malu Garcia hits 308, 13 kills, 5 errors on 26 swings. 353 from Hannah Whittingstall, 350 from Alyssa Warden. Oh, and then 700 from Gracie Gibson.
7 kills, no errors. What an amazing stat line.
Pretty nice job there. 38 assists. 38 assists from Jenna Meitzler. You had 3 ace serves from Alyssa Warden, 2. 10 digs from Joy Gallus. 9 from Michelle Urquhart. 8 from Jenna Meitzler, and 7 from Alyssa Warden. That goes to your point, too. The backline defense was very good. The blocks weren't necessarily there, but they were funneling hitters into good spots, and then the backline defense able to pick up some incredible balls.
Yeah, just a super solid team win for Iowa. Lots of good momentum going into Sunday for Michigan State. They're going to be a similar team, so no easy team in the Big Ten, though. So if they can do what they did here today against Indiana and take that, go into Michigan State, they're going to be looking for a good outcome again. Before
we sign off, my last application for the Maddie Saris Fan Club President Award, 13 kills for her, 29 attempts. She hit 345, which pretty good again for somebody that came in, I think it was in the 20s in the first set. So she had a good 2 sets plus a little. Alonzo Corsellas had 8 kills. But Indiana just couldn't find enough consistent offense besides that. Hit 218 as a team. And just really couldn't find a way to, like Coach Barnes said, they didn't string together points off their serve like they usually do. And when Iowa was able to control that, they were able to really ultimately end up controlling the match.
Yeah, it was good to see them in control for once.
All right, so you're going to do this work thing and miss me on Sunday.
I know. Unfortunately, I wish this work was the work I had on Sunday, but got to go to the real work.
Got to go to the real work. Iowa straight sets, 25-18, 25-22, 25-21. We'll be back in action Sunday, 2 o'clock against Michigan State. For Reagan Coyle, I'm John Evans. I appreciate you tuning in and listening. This is Hawkeye Volleyball from Learfield, presented by Quickstar. Hey, have a good one. Go Hawks.
On the Hawkeye Sports Network from Learfield, this has been Iowa Hawkeye Volleyball, brought to you by Iowa Corn. You might think Iowa just grows corn, but the truth is corn grows Iowa. Brought to you by Iowa's corn farmers of the Iowa Corn Growers Association and the Iowa Corn Promotion Board. Wellmark, you're listening to healthy coverage of the Iowa Hawkeyes from Wellmark Blue Cross and Blue Shield, University of Iowa Healthcare, changing medicine, changing lives, and by Homewood Suites and Home 2. Hawk fans, experience your home away from home at Coralville's finest all-suite hotels. The preceding has been a Learfield presentation on the Hawkeye Sports Network.